Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Fluent Nest English, the place where learning English feels natural, relaxing, and fun. My name is Ali, and today we have another long and interesting English conversation for all of you. I hope you are having a wonderful day wherever you are listening from. Maybe you are studying English in your room, maybe you are driving to work, maybe you are relaxing with a cup of coffee, or maybe you are practicing your listening skills before going to sleep. Whatever you are doing right now, thank you for spending your time with us. Today's topic is something that affects all of us every single day, and that topic is self-control, discipline, habits, motivation, and how we can improve our lives little by little. And of course, I am not alone today because Emily is here with me again. Emily, how are you doing today?
Hi, Ali. I am doing really well today, and honestly, I'm very excited about this conversation because I think this topic is extremely important for everybody. It does not matter if you are a student, a worker, a business owner, a parent, or even someone learning English online. Self-control is something we all struggle with. Sometimes we want to study, but we start watching videos instead. Sometimes we want to save money, but we buy things we do not need. Sometimes we want to sleep early, but we stay awake scrolling on our phones for hours. So I think this conversation is going to help many people while also teaching them natural English expressions and vocabulary. And by the way, Ali, I already know you are going to give some deep advice today because every time we talk about life topics, you suddenly become a philosopher.
Emily, I do not know about philosopher, but I definitely spend a lot of time thinking about habits and discipline because honestly, I used to struggle with self-control a lot. Years ago, I would always delay my work. I would say things like, I will start tomorrow or I will study later, but later never came. I wasted a lot of time doing unimportant things, and at the end of the day, I always felt guilty. I think many people listening can relate to that feeling. You know you should do something important, but your brain keeps choosing easy entertainment instead. And the strange thing is that easy entertainment feels good only for a short time. Afterward, you feel disappointed in yourself. That is why discipline is so important. Discipline helps us choose what is important instead of what is easy.
That is so true.
And I think one of the biggest problems today is that distractions are everywhere. Years ago, people did not have social media in their pockets 24 hours a day. But now our phones are always near us. Every app wants our attention. Every notification wants us to stop focusing. Sometimes I open my phone just to check the time and suddenly 20 minutes disappear. I start watching one short video, then another one, and before I know it, I completely forget what I originally wanted to do. It honestly feels scary sometimes because time passes so quickly. And the worst part is that after wasting time online, I usually feel mentally tired, even though I did nothing productive at all.
Exactly. That happens because our brains love quick rewards. Watching short videos, checking messages, eating junk food, buying unnecessary things online. All of these activities give us instant pleasure. But activities like studying English, exercising, reading books, saving money, or learning skills give slow rewards. They require patience. That is why self-control is difficult. Our brains naturally want comfort and quick happiness. But successful people learn how to focus on long-term rewards instead of short-term pleasure. And honestly, this applies to English learning too. Nobody becomes fluent in 1 week. You need consistency. You need patience. Sometimes you will feel motivated and sometimes you will not. But discipline means continuing even when motivation disappears.
I really like that point because many people think motivation is enough. They wait for the perfect mood to start working or studying. But the truth is that motivation changes every day. Some mornings you wake up feeling energetic and excited, but other mornings you feel lazy and tired. If you only work when you feel motivated, you will never stay consistent. I learned this lesson while learning new skills online. At first, I felt super excited. I watched videos, took notes, practiced every day, and felt amazing. But after a few weeks, the excitement disappeared. Then I realized something important. Real progress happens after motivation disappears. That is when discipline becomes important. Discipline is what keeps you moving forward, even when you do not feel excited anymore.
Wow, Emily, that is actually a very powerful sentence. Real progress happens after motivation disappears. I think our listeners should remember that. And honestly, discipline does not have to be extreme. Many people think discipline means waking up at 4 in the morning, taking cold showers, and working 16 hours every day. But real discipline can start with very small actions. For example, reading just 5 pages of a book every day, studying English for 15 minutes daily, drinking more water, sleeping earlier, exercising for 10 minutes. Small habits seem unimportant at first, but over time, they completely change your life. People usually underestimate the power of consistency. Tiny improvements repeated every day create massive results in the future.
Yes, and I think another important thing is forgiveness. Many people become too harsh on themselves after making one mistake. For example, if someone is trying to eat healthy and they eat one piece of cake, suddenly they think, well, I already failed, so now I will eat everything. Or if they miss one day of studying English, they completely stop practicing for weeks. That mindset is very dangerous. One mistake does not destroy your progress. We are human beings, not robots. Everyone makes mistakes sometimes. The important thing is returning to the right path quickly, instead of giving up completely. I think people need more balance in their lives instead of perfection.
Absolutely. I once heard a very smart example about this. Imagine your car gets one flat tire. You would not destroy the other 3 tires just because one tire became damaged, right? Of course not. You would simply fix the problem and continue driving. Life works the same way. If you make one mistake, do not ruin your entire day because of it. Just fix the mistake and continue moving forward. I think many people fail because they think success means perfection. But success is not perfection. Success means continuing even after mistakes happen. That is the real difference between people who improve and people who stay stuck.
That reminds me of language learning too. Sometimes English learners feel embarrassed when they make grammar mistakes or pronunciation mistakes. Then they become afraid to speak. But mistakes are a natural part of learning. Actually, mistakes are proof that you are trying. Nobody speaks perfect English on the first day. Even children make mistakes while learning their first language. So if you are listening right now and you feel nervous about your English, please remember this. Progress is more important than perfection. Speak more, practice more, make mistakes, learn from them. That is how confidence grows naturally over time.
I completely agree. And honestly, confidence itself is connected to discipline too. When you keep promises to yourself, your confidence becomes stronger. For example, if you say, I will practice English every day, and then you actually do it consistently, your brain starts trusting you more. But if you constantly break promises to yourself, your confidence becomes weaker. That is why small daily victories matter so much. Even making your bed in the morning can create a feeling of accomplishment. Your brain starts thinking, okay, I can trust myself. I can finish what I start. That feeling slowly builds stronger self-confidence over time.
That is such a good point. And I also think our environment affects our self-control a lot. For example, if unhealthy snacks are always on the table, you will probably eat them more often. If your phone is beside your bed, you will probably waste more time scrolling before sleeping. If your study area is noisy and messy, focusing becomes difficult. Sometimes improving discipline is not about becoming mentally stronger. Sometimes it is simply about changing your environment to make good habits easier. I started putting my phone far away while working, and honestly, my focus improved so much. At first, it felt uncomfortable, but after a few days, I realized I became calmer and more productive.
That is a very smart strategy. There is actually a famous expression in English, out of sight, out of mind. It means when something is not visible, you think about it less often. So if junk food is hidden, you eat it less. If your phone is far away, you check it less. If distractions disappear, focus becomes easier. People often think discipline is only about willpower, but smart systems are also important. Successful people do not depend only on motivation. They create environments that support good habits naturally. That makes life much easier in the long term.
You know, Ali, something funny happened to me last month. I decided to improve my sleep schedule because I noticed I was feeling tired every morning. So I told myself, tonight I will sleep early. But then I started watching one video online. After that, another video started automatically. Then another one. Suddenly, I checked the time and it was almost 2 in the morning. I could not believe it. The next day, I felt exhausted and unproductive. That experience made me realize how dangerous mindless scrolling can become. It steals time without us even noticing.
Oh, that happens to almost everyone nowadays. Social media companies are very good at keeping people online for long periods of time. That is why we need boundaries. For example, setting specific times for using apps, turning off unnecessary notifications, or avoiding screens before sleeping. Sleep is extremely important for discipline too. When people are tired, their self-control becomes weaker. They crave sugar more, lose focus more easily, and become emotionally reactive. Good sleep improves almost every area of life, including health, learning, mood, and productivity.
Honestly, the more we talk about self-control, the more I realize it affects everything. It affects relationships, money, career success, health, studying, and even happiness. Sometimes people think discipline removes freedom, but actually it creates freedom. If you control your spending, you have more financial freedom. If you control your habits, you become healthier. If you control your time, you create more opportunities for your future. Real freedom does not come from doing whatever you want every second. Real freedom comes from making choices that improve your life in the long run.
Now, Emily, that was beautifully said. And I think that is the perfect message for our listeners today. Self-control is not about punishment. It is about building a better future for yourself step by step. Nobody becomes disciplined overnight. It happens slowly through small daily choices. Some days will be easy and some days will be difficult. But as long as you keep moving forward, you are already improving. And to everyone listening right now, remember this. You do not need to change your whole life today. Just start with one small habit, one small improvement, one small promise to yourself. Over time, those small actions can completely transform your future.
And before we finish today's episode, we want to thank all of you for listening and practicing English with us. We know learning a language takes patience and consistency, and we are very proud of everyone who keeps practicing every day. Even listening to this conversation is already helping your English improve little by little. So keep going, keep believing in yourself, and most importantly, do not be afraid of mistakes because mistakes are part of growth.
Thank you again for joining us here on Fluent Nest English. If you enjoyed this long conversation, continue practicing every day and keep exposing yourself to natural English conversations. Little by little, your listening skills, vocabulary, pronunciation, and confidence will become stronger. We hope this episode gave you motivation, useful vocabulary, and positive energy for your English journey and your daily life too.
Have a wonderful day, everyone. Stay positive, stay patient, and keep learning English naturally with Fluent Nest English.
Goodbye, everyone, and we will see you again in the next episode of Fluent Nest English. Bye.